we're back.
Hi.
Yes.
We're here in the third stall.
We're here in the ether, in the
As
third stall, as per usual.
as always. Is there a better stall than this one? I think not.
Yeah. It's always the cleanest. It's always the most
Indeed.
eventful.
Indeed. Well, of
Yeah.
course, as always, we have your host, Donnie Pooh, who is almost ready to leave the desert.
I am in the crater that is Las Vegas currently. And I leave in the morning. I'm very ready to be back in my own bed.
Yeah.
Um, I'm ready for Clay to be back in his own, you know, he's knocked out next to me right now. His meds hit. So I'm feeling very happy. Um, and I hope this sticks to the time when we have to take our flight in a matter of hours too, because he is out like a light. Like I just picked up his paw and it just went. So
I will be
that
praying
zone's
for
hitting.
you. I will be praying for you.
His
Trazodone also has that effect on me.
See, I wish.
It always made
He
me
use
go
some of that.
it always made me go to sleep. Anyways, also, I'm your co-host in the crater of the Midwest.
Yeah, the plains, the prairie.
The plains, the prairies, the cornfields. Unless you're within 40 miles of the city of Chicago.
Which in that case it still is low key plains, prairies, and cornfields. To an extent.
Come to think of it, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, well. Sorry to you all and your manure. That
The cows
that
are out back. This cow farm. It's gonna be all right.
Actually, oh my
Um,
god, you're so right, because when I was driving to well, I wasn't driving, I don't do that,
mhm.
but when
I don't do
Tyler
that.
when Tyler was driving us to our French, like, DIY show,
Mhm.
we definitely not only saw fields of produce afoot,
Yeah.
but furthermore, I did see horses in a
Yeah.
pasture.
I lived 25 minutes from downtown. My neighbors had horses. There was another farm on down yonder. So,
What a time to be alive.
so
That's probably why Southern men do it for you.
you know what? Probably.
Save a horse, ride a cowboy.
Yeehaw.
But only if he's nice and deserves it and buys you things.
Yeah. And she yes. Our thought starter for today. In your soul of souls, when you have your children, if you wish to have them,
Mhm.
what order do you think you're gonna have them?
So, like, what I want to happen is
Mhm.
I will have a girl first.
Period.
'Cause I want 3.
Mhm.
'Cause no shade to you, Donovan, but I think most only child households are weird.
None taken.
Like,
None, but they are.
you're a very well-adjusted only child. Um, Lots of only children I know
Like I
are
just got out the kennel.
You just got back from training camp.
I just got back from Nam. I'm very well adjusted to civilian life at this point.
I just
Yeah.
feel like you run a very high risk. I feel like it's a 70-30. You end up with a weird ass fucking only child.
It's more like a 80-10.
Well, that's
Well,
not
eighty
even
20.
Yeah. I know so many only children that are just
Mhm.
freaks, man, and I think having siblings built character in me, so
I agree.
I will I will definitely be having more than one. But ideally, I have a girl first,
Mhm.
and then I have a gay son, specifically.
Period.
And then I don't really care what happens after that. If I have 2
Fair.
boys and a girl, fine. If I've got 2 girls and a boy, whatever. If they're all girls, perfect situation.
Girl, imagining 3 U's is just amazing.
Dude, God speaks. God speaks through me. It's funny.
Just 3 little U's. Oh my god. Yeah,
So
girl.
there are some people in this life that think
Mhm.
I will have 3 girls, which to those people, keep on manifesting that bitch because that's all.
Mhm.
There are, however, certain psychics whomst I have spoken to
Mhm.
who have predicted I will have 3 boys,
Mhm.
in which case blow my fucking brains out.
The thing
How
about having all boys is, like, it's always a G.I. Joe, like, conquest going like, it's never silent. It's always somebody jumping off something. Like,
I just
just
can't.
give it a rest.
I can't do it. I can't.
Please.
I think the only way I will tolerate having 3 sons
Mhm.
is if all of them are on the queer spectrum.
Fair.
I don't really know what to do with a group of straight men. A group of straight men does in fact feel a little bit like a threat to me.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
so there's that.
Mhm.
However, I will love my kids no matter what.
Of course.
As long as they're happy and as healthy as they can be, God bless. Can you imagine? I'm like, also, I'm pregnant. No,
Talk about a mic drop. Girl.
I'm not. I promise
Yeah,
I'm not.
y
I'm very,
clarification, she is not.
I am very careful.
We love that.
Also, I had 10 spritzes this weekend, so let's hope I'm not fucking pregnant.
Girl,
I'm a girl.
um,
What's your order?
I think for me, I mean, something tells me that I'm gonna have twins, like, twins run in my family, unfortunately, like, my dad's a twin, one of my uncles has a couple pairs of twins, my grandma's siblings on my dad's side, there were several pairs of twins, apparently, allegedly, um, and I do have the twin gene, so I'm convinced I will have twins, but, um, I think I'm gonna have a girl first, and then I think I'm gonna have twins after that, but it's gonna be a boy and a girl. So 2 girls, no boy. And I'm actually okay with that. I literally don't see it any other way. Like, my mind palace just won't let me,
Yeah.
so I'm just like, "Okay, that's what's gonna happen."
What if in your first pregnancy you have twins and then you like go for one more and you have twins again?
Girl, at that point,
Would you give one away? I'm kidding.
I'm calling the stork.
Break the
Um, I don't know what I would do. I mean, I obviously keep them, but that would be crazy. That would be really crazy, actually.
like, what are the odds of that even?
I I don't know. My mom was worried that I was gonna be a twin. She's like, "I really did not want you to be a twin," because she thought it was gonna be a parent trap situation, and I was like she's like, "I was really worried if you were a twin, one of you were gonna be boys." Like, I was, like, hoping if it was gonna be twins, it was gonna be 2 girls, because she was like, if you had a twin brother, he would probably be a little bit of a red pill situation, you know,
A little
given
rapscallion.
circumstances." Um, but yeah, I feel like it's gonna be girl and then twins who are a boy and a girl. That's what my soul tells me.
Come on, Beyonce.
Right. Right.
Yeah, girl.
Wow. I didn't even put 2 and 2 together. Okay, Rumi and Sir.
I definitely
Um,
thought that she had twin boys for the longest time.
yeah. Also, speaking of which, I mean, also for listeners, if you haven't caught on, our topic is motherhood and children and having babies, because shout out to our bestie, Artana. She just had her bundle of joy, our new supreme. our luscious little Pillsbury dough baby girl. Um,
She is the most perfect baby I've ever fucking seen in my life, and I
she's
really hope that my
literally
brother's not listening to this right now.
she's literally the most babyest looking baby I've ever seen. Like when someone says baby, like she should pop up in their heads. Like she's so just like the
Yeah.
little hands,
She's like the Gerber baby.
literally. She's a Teletubby baby.
Ugh, she's the sun.
Oh my gosh, girl, Artana, if you're listening to this, first Halloween costume, the Teletubby baby.
Oh, oh yeah.
Like swaddle her in a little blue a little blue swaddle with like the little sun thingy. She would look so precious. Um,
Love a damn baby.
but I was saying that to say, is Rihanna pregnant again? Or are these photos that I'm seeing on social media old?
I don't know. I hope not. She
Maybe I
cranked
should
them
tell
3
her.
kids. I'm about
Like,
to I'm about to look now.
she just had her baby girl. Because I know I just saw a video of her on Threads of her pushing all her kids. She was walking through, I'm assuming, some European city. Um, because it is Fashion Week, and she had her kids with her, and she was carrying her daughter, and then her two sons were in like a wagon stroller situation. But then I saw another picture of her pregnant again, and I'm like, girl, let's slow down just a little bit, you know? Um,
Shut the fuck up. Is this real?
right? Is it?
I can't tell.
I'm like, either that's an old picture or she's right back at square one, which no tea, no shade. I love that for her.
I mean, she's kinda looking pregnant here.
But there was a picture
God
of
damn, bro.
her, like, I think it was at a show or something, and she had, like, it wasn't even just like a tummy, like, it was like, no, pregnant. It was giving pregnant. Um, if so, girl, wow, girl. They're all, like, right behind one another. Are they even, like, a year apart?
I think at most they're like a year apart.
That's wild. Okay, well, on that note, how far how far apart do you want your kids?
Oh, at least like 2 to 3 years.
Fair.
I feel
Same.
like one of the most important things to me is feeling like my body is still
Mhm.
mine.
Mine. Yeah.
And I think as, like, nice as it would be to just, like, bang, 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 get them
Mhm.
all out, the concept of, like, having 3 kids under 4 or,
Mm,
like, 3 kids under 6,
mhm.
which now that I'm saying this out loud, if I want them 2 to 3 years apart.
I don't know if I want, like I would maybe do, like, 4 years apart.
I think that would have to be my max, though, because, like, I have pretty substantial age gaps between my siblings.
Mhm.
Like, I'm 5.5 years older than my brother, and I'm almost 10 years older than my sister.
Mhm.
And while I'm getting, like, the full-blown sibling experience now that, like,
Mhm.
developmentally, at least, we're all fairly close in age,
Mhm.
and, like, hobbies-wise, we're all, like, fairly
Mhm.
close, quote, unquote, "in age,"
Yeah.
it like, my sister was only 8 when I moved out,
Mhm.
like, so I missed essentially her entire childhood.
Yeah.
Um, and, like, my brother was in middle school,
Mhm.
so I missed a lot of his, like, formative years too, And so I didn't really get close with my siblings until they were, like, well into their teen years,
Mhm.
which put me well into my 20s.
Yeah.
And, like, what the fuck do I have to talk about with a 14-year-old? The answer was nothing. We
Yeah.
didn't talk very much. But, like, now that she's older and, like, an adult and, like,
Mhm.
I've been an adult and my brother is older and has a kid and has been an adult, like, it's all fun and games. I just don't want my kids to have to wait, like, 15 years before it's, like, fun for all of them to hang out in a
Yeah,
room
that's
together.
true. I only say 4 because I'm imagining, like imagine having, like, a 2-year-old and a newborn.
Girl, that's just gonna be my lot in life, I feel.
I mean, probably same, because also, like, I'm not trying to have a middle schooler and a high schooler. Like, I want you all to be, like, in relatively similar phases,
Mhm,
but I'm like, "Alright, if I have a 4-year-old, they're in preschool, right? And then I have a newborn, that'll give me some, like, leeway in
mhm.
my brain." But then it's like, alright, when they start high school, their sibling will still be in elementary school. When they graduate high school, then that one will just be entering high school. And it's like, alright, that's 4 more years of, like, a whole 'nother process. It low-key takes a lot of planning.
Yeah, it's like doing a lot of mental math of, like,
Yeah,
how old are you gonna be when these certain things
exactly.
are
Like, how
happening?
old are we gonna be? How old are they gonna be? What are the age gaps gonna look like? What does that mean for them socially? Like,
Well, also, like, thinking about the teenage years, like, these bitches are gonna, like, wanna drive. Not to call my future children bitches, but, like, these people who are genetically
yes.
similar to me that I 3D
Mhm.
printed, at someday, they're gonna want/need to drive
Yeah.
because I'm committing the most boring act of adulthood, and when I have kids, I will be moving back to the suburbs.
Girl.
Ugh, I just think it's important for them to have a yard and to, like,
I
run around.
my thing is I've decided, like, I will be staying in New York probably the rest of my life. Um, Also just considering, like, how much I've committed to the public school system and, like, my pension and
Right.
going through all this stuff, I'm like, "Yeah, I'm probably gonna stay there." But with that said, I think I'd wanna raise them in, like, Queens, which that may be controversial. New York friends, just cover your ears for a second. I love Queens. I think it's very family oriented and homey. Um, that's just kind of like where I see myself. Um, I too wish they had like sprawling backyards and stuff, but I'm like, maybe that is just the cards that I'm being dealt. But it's
Yeah.
also not like we're not gonna go visit like we're gonna go visit Auntie Kyra and Auntie Artana. Run around, be free.
I have so many friends in the city that
Mhm,
it's not like I'll never be in the city again after I have kids.
mhm,
Um, but also my thought process as well as Tyler's thought process, we're
mhm,
very aligned on that where it's like, God fucking forbid anything happens.
mhm.
We don't want our moms to be, like, an hour
Yeah,
away, and, like, that's
true.
without traffic, let alone if there is traffic. Like, also, I don't wanna give birth without my mom being present,
Fair, very
and
and
I've, like, brought this up to her, and she's like, "I would break several traffic laws to make sure that, like, you did
yeah,
not have to give birth without me." But I was like, "No, but I don't really wanna deal with that," when it's like,
yeah,
we could just drive 15 minutes
yeah,
in both directions and, like,
yeah.
link up at the hospital. Um,
Come on, hospital link up.
but when I meet at the hospital, I'm having contractions. But then also, like, my brother's gonna be in the suburbs, and, like, I want
Mhm.
my kids to have a close relationship with their cousin like I did, um, which It's kinda crazy to think about the fact I still see my cousin as, like, a four-year-old even though he's literally a year younger than me, but whatever.
Mhm,
But I didn't grow up necessarily around my extended family, and
mhm,
that's one moment of envy I've always had with my friends and, like, their family dynamics.
mhm,
It's like they all live near their cousins, they all live near their aunts and uncles, and so
mhm,
I would like my kids to, like, develop a friendship with my nephew,
mhm,
and then they all, like, drive the 10 minutes to go see each other when they're older.
mhm.
But I don't know, girl. That's a few years away, I can't lie.
Yeah, I
There's
mean,
no family planning happening for me anytime soon.
no. The only planning I'm doing is how to skedaddle into my own place, but I also think about that because 'cause I'm like, I don't like being an only child. Like, I don't have any like, my cousins are my mom's cousins, and they're, like, in their 50s and 60s. So, I mean, they also have kids, but I'm not close to them.
Right.
It was literally just me, myself, and I, and my Barbie dolls who all had jobs. Like, so I'm like, I that will be a new experience for me,
Come on,
but I
working
also
girls.
want literally lined up. You getting your hair done, you're a secretary, you're a teacher, you're a waitress. Matter of fact, we're all having tea time. That was my entertainment. Those are my friends, my cousins at the house. Um, but I also want them to like all of our kids to very much like be cousins. So I feel like that's
Mhm.
the closest thing I have personally. Because otherwise it would just be, God forbid, all the cousins on the dad side. Girl,
Oh, hell no.
I like that's the I'm like, what do I bring from mom's side? Like, that's always the most iconic side. Like, there's the 3 of us,
Yeah.
well, 4 of us, Houston,
Yeah.
and you know what?
5.
That's enough.
There's 5. There's Temmie.
And Tim
Do you
and
think he's
Timmy.
still gonna wanna hang out with us when we have kids?
He's probably gonna be the one that'll give the kids, like, a sip of his wine cooler.
Wait, I'm gonna ask him while we're
Will
I'm gonna text our group chat. Temmie, will you stay
you
hang out
be
with
friends with us
us?
when we have kids?
My
Um,
never responds to our texts anymore these days as it is, and we don't have kids.
Timmy, this is a public service announcement. Count your days. Answer our text messages. Answer the group chat. Um, but yeah, do you think you'll be a parent who's like, I'm gonna sign my kids up for piano, tennis, volleyball, soccer, summer camp? What else is there? Chess club.
Uh, so so I'm definitely not gonna sign them up for chess club. That can be their
Right.
decision if that's what they get into, but I'm not raising a bunch of fucking nerds, okay? Um, like, their dad used to play in punk bands, and
Right.
I am a creative.
Right. But you're
So
also an academic.
yeah, but I'm not of, like, the chess variety. Like, Donovan, I fuck. No,
Yeah,
if
I
my kids
mean,
wanna do
yeah.
fucking if my kids wanna do fucking chess, then so goddamn be it, but, um, my kids will definitely be involved in some sort of
Mhm.
social-based extracurricular.
Mhm.
Like, I think socializing kids is deeply important. I think
Mhm.
socializing kids to multiple cultures and diversities is also important.
Mhm.
So there will be a mandatory extracurricular that involves more than 2 people in my household. That could be a sports team, that could be, playing an instrument, that could be, like, starting a band with their, like, raggedy little friends, I don't care. But they have to do something, like, they
Mhm.
have to.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna be raising kids like some of these Gen Alpha
They
s
don't know how to socialize.
like, I'm not doing that. Like, these kids are going to daycare, so that way they
Mhm.
can start meeting kids and, like, learning how to socialize young.
Mhm.
Like, they will be as soon as they're in kindergarten or whatever the youngest age you can sign kids up for, like, a sport is, or, like,
Mhm.
an activity, they will be signed up for that because I was a very awkward kid because I thought I was the funniest person to ever live. Not everyone shared that sentiment. So I had to learn, like, social cues by
Mhm.
sticking my foot in my mouth up to the
Mhm.
knee and, like, realizing, "Oh, I can't say certain things because it's
Mhm.
awkward and nobody likes it." I'm not raising iPad kids. I'm not
No.
raising
We're
conf
not even getting a real phone until probably, like, I'll say middle school.
I will agree with that. Yeah.
Like, in today's age, I'll give give 'em a flip phone
Yeah,
'cause we who are you texting in 2nd grade?
right.
Like, come on now. But
Yeah,
once you start getting into, like, sports and hanging out with friends and after school clubs or field trips and all that kind of stuff, then I'll give you a little bump above that, you
yeah.
know? You'll gradually get there. Um, but yeah, I agree. Like, they need to be in a sport, learn how to socialize. I don't care if it's tennis or theater or something. I mean, I also don't wanna raise a theater kid. No tea, no shade. They're quite a time. Which, you know what? I can't say that. I was theater kid adjacent. I was in the school news team. Just as annoying, but, like, the the bubble of it all.
I see we're hucking rocks out of glass houses over here.
Right. But, yeah, that they need to be in, like, an extracurricular of some sort. I don't think they should just be,
No,
sitting at home on their iPad. I
no.
wanna try to emulate the childhood that we had as much as possible, like being
Yeah.
with friends, being outside, going to the park as much as you can, um, being, like, very social and, like, in touch with the world around you, being very intentional about things. I also saw one mom on TikTok, she stopped putting TVs in her kids' rooms, and she brought back, like, the living room, which is so crazy to say. But, like, the only TV is in the living room. And then
Oh,
I
yeah.
think she had one in, like, her and her husband's room, but she was like, "That doesn't really count." But, like, all the kids being in the living room is forcing everyone to be together and, like, spend time with one another. I was like, "I really like that." I think I just wanna take TVs out of the rooms, period. Um,
I
so
I love that as well. I didn't get a TV in my room until I wanna say in 6th grade or middle school,
Mhm,
and that was literally just a result of, like, I think my mom got a new TV for her bedroom, and so she
mhm.
put a TV in, like, instead of throwing it away, she put it
Yeah,
in the room, which was tight.
yeah,
I can't lie, that pretty much fucking ruled. I got a VHS DVD player combo,
period.
and I sure did sit in that bitch and watch Twilight. I would set sleep timers. That's where I developed my inability to fall asleep in silence. But and now I
Mhm,
really don't think like, my kids' rooms are definitely going to be stylized to, like, who they are as people as they, like, get
mhm,
older. However, like, a lot of the things that would result in some semblance of,
mhm,
like, isolating oneself will definitely
mhm.
be removed.
Yeah,
Excluding bookshelves. If my kids wanna hide away and read,
I love that. Even better,
so be it.
even better.
Crack that spine, baby girl.
Right. I'm definitely not doing TVs in rooms. I mean, I did have a TV in my room as a child. Like, at my dad's house, I had but it was, like, the tiny, like, maybe, like, 12 by, I don't know, 8, like, little VHS only with
Yeah,
the antenna kinda like TV,
yeah.
and I had, like, a bunch of VHS tapes of, like, different plays and, like, The Lion King and like random stuff that I would just watch on repeat. If I wanted to watch TV, then I had to go to the living room. And then at my mom's, I had like a regular television. And I would that also was what would make me stay up at night because I would be up well past like by the time I went to sleep, it was Adult Swim. And I was probably in like, I don't know, 6th grade. And I just keep Cartoon Network on and watch Futurama and Boondocks until I went to sleep.
That's the way good
Um,
times.
and it turned me into a little insomniac, and now I'm constantly sleepy. Maybe that's why. Um, the other thing is too, something that my mom would always mention to me is baby talk. And the funny thing is, I feel like now as someone who's in a classroom and talking to children, I don't know how to do that. Like, I can't do the, "Oh my god, you do," like, kinda like situation. Even
Oh,
with babies, like, I talk to them like we're coworkers.
no, I talked to
That's how my mom talks to me.
I talked to my 2-year-old nephew like he's a grown ass man.
Yeah.
It's so
Like
it's so funny to watch, like, my mom and my sister talk to my nephew, and even from time to time, with my brother, although he also does talk to my nephew like he's a grown ass man. Um, but it's really funny to, like, watch the difference in the way that, like, people speak to my nephew because 'cause I'd come over
Mhm,
and, like, I'm sure some people's knee-jerk reaction is to, like, get down to his side,
mhm,
be like, "Oh my god, hi, baby." I
mhm.
get there and I'm like, "What is up, little fucker?" And I do not shrink at all. It's just
No.
my big body ass looking down at
And you're just like, "Exactly,
this little 3.5 foot vessel that's sprawling around
exactly."
the house.
I I do the same, like, whether it's to my students or to children, I'm like, "Wow, so, like, tell me about that. How'd that make you feel? Hate that for you. Love that for you. Okay. What's the
Yeah.
dynamic here with these dolls? Oh, there's tea. Tell me what the tea is. Wow, that's crazy." But then whenever my mom would tell me stories of, like, when she would always take me downtown, and she would walk me through the water tower, and she would go to California Pizza and eat her Caesar salad while I was taking a nap, and she said when I would wake up, she would be like, "Okay, so we're at the water tower. This is California Pizza Kitchen. This is what we're doing today. We're going to science and industry. We're going to this exhibit. Does that sound good with you?" And she was like, I would just babble back or something. She'd be like, "Perfect. Let's go." And
Yeah.
then she would just like talk to me like, I don't know, a colleague.
I think so obviously babies don't fucking know anything.
Right. But
Like
it does something for their little like brains.
I just learned recently that, like, by the time a child starts talking, they've already heard 10,000 different words.
Mm,
Um, and also, I don't know if that's true. Let's just be clear. I
yeah.
I read that in a textbook, but
I mean, to an extent though, I feel like that could be true because they're also just around us while we're talking.
this is true.
And they're probably absorbing it even though they don't know, but
It's
it's like, "All
comprehend
right, there's all these familiar sounds."
well, I mean, that's how we learn. We learn language through comprehensive input.
And
Um
immersion.
And so I'm sure although that does scare me because of the type of cuss words I've said around babies as of late. That's neither here nor there. I think talking to babies like they're puppies is a bit much. I
But you
will
don't even talk to like, you don't even talk to Cake, and I don't talk to Clay like that, and you don't talk to Kiwi like that.
I do talk to Kiwi like that once a night when I give her her daily affirmations.
Period, but you know what? That's acceptable.
Yeah.
I love daily affirmations, okay.
She's a very insecure dog.
I am strong. I have a good bark.
I literally hold her by her face. And I'm like, "You are so smart, you are so pretty, you are so
Oh.
kind, you are full of love." And then I give her oh, she hears me saying these things, and she's like, "Is it time?"
Give it to me.
Yeah, look, she's insecure.
And meanwhile, Cake is sitting there like, girl, and
She said, and who's gonna check me?
like, insecure who?
Not me.
Not
Uh,
her like mewing into the camera. Okay, cheekbones. The way she looks so perfectly carved on camera. Okay,
dude,
diva.
clavicular, she's coming for your job. Since we're just gonna let like arbitrarily odd looking things have jobs now.
Oh, girl.
Do you speaking of arbitrary, do you have any rules that you've thought of for your future children?
Oh,
Like things
absolutely.
things that seem super innocuous to like anybody else or just strange to anybody else, but you're like, "No, this is going to be implemented in my household."
Um, honestly, I don't feel like any of them would necessarily be strange, but I feel like I'm definitely gonna get a lot of "You're so strict." Like, "You're being too much." Like, I don't think you can hang out with your friends during the week. You're not going to a party during the week, though. Like, that's just a non-negotiable for me.
That's just logic.
But you would be surprised. Like, there's some people who are like, "No, like, it's just with their friends." Like, say, like, their curfew will be, like, 10 o'clock during the week. I'm like, "No."
My mom would have beat on me. Are you kidding?
Uh, Same. Get in
Not
that
that
house by 7.
yeah.
I also am on the fence if I want them to work or not in high school.
Oh, my kids will have high school jobs.
I want them to have summer jobs, but I don't know about during the school year because 'cause I'm thinking about me and, like, I had a summer job every year in high school. I was a camp counselor. I worked at Panera. I worked at, Banana Republic. But I'm like, during the school year, actually, you know what? Yeah, let's run that
Yeah.
and learn that responsibility and how to manage your time and your money early. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I just worked that out right here, right now. They're gonna have a job so they can have their own spending money too. Not that I wouldn't give them money, but, like, work for like, be responsible.
Yeah.
Um, they will get, like, an actual cell phone in high school. Like, I'll get you an iPhone. I mean, you're gonna have to, show me you can handle it, get them good grades. I'll get you an iPhone in high school. Up until then, Android flip phone,
Yeah.
because what are you 12 needing a 25 Pro Max for? Um, that's crazy to me. Um, I don't wanna do the iPads. I'll give you like, you can have a phone, and they'll most likely have computers at school, like or, like, a computer for school,
Yeah.
because all the kids now have Chromebooks and all that jazz. Your phone, your computer, that's all you need. What do you need it in between for? Like, it's one or the other.
Right.
Um, I this okay, now this may be controversial.
Oh,
Depending there's a very, very, very small pocket of people that I will allow in this bubble, but I'm anti sleepover.
you know what? I That's just so funny you brought that up because I have had the same conversation with Tyler. I will
I
allow
don't trust people.
sleepovers.
People are weird.
I will allow sleepovers at my house because
Yes.
I know that
I know
neither
how I run my house.
yeah, I know who's in my house. I know how I run my house.
Mhm.
I know that nothing bad will happen to anyone else's children in my house.
Mhm.
I don't know other people like that
No.
unless I have a deeply close
Mhm.
relationship with that kid's parent
Mhm.
because it is
Parents. I
well,
need to know both of y'all.
I would almost trust like a
Yeah.
single mom more than I would trust a two-parent household, but maybe
Yeah,
because I come
I
from
agree.
a household. Um, but I like there are so many horror stories, and statistically speaking, you
Mhm.
are more likely to be sexually assaulted by someone you know.
Mhm.
If my kids wanna have sleepover, you know what? My house can be the cool house, you know what I mean? You
Yeah.
sleepovers, you stay up late, you hang out in the living room, I don't give a fuck. It's
Mhm.
just I just, like and if my kids look at me crazy and they're like, "This is so dumb. Why can we have sleepovers here, but we can't have sleep" "Because you're gonna get diddled, bitch."
You're gonna say it just like that.
Probably.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not about to play with these people. I don't know
No.
Billy Bob's fucking dad.
Or brother, older brother, or uncle, or whoever is over there. Like, I no.
Right.
You all can have sleepovers at the house. You are not going elsewhere.
No.
I need to know that y'all are safe, and I know how my house is.
Right.
So, like, I will have peace of mind. You all can go, to the living room, to the basement, kiki. Here's your little Takis and punch. Here's a couple movies. Y'all have the time.
Right.
I wanna know that you're safe. We're not doing the sleepovers and I was so upset when I was younger about that because my mom was like that with me, and I was like, "Ugh, why? Why can't I sleep over?" But now that I'm older, I'm like, "Exactly." I think I've only gone to maybe 2 sleepovers as a kid, and even then, it was like pulling teeth. My mom was like, "Bro, if you don't stop asking me." And I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure she only said yes because she was like, I'm tired of you." Yeah. Go experience it. Have fun.
See, my mom actually had no problem with sleepovers, and
Mhm.
like, nothing happened to me, so, like
Mhm.
nothing happened to me until later in life. Uh, but,
Yeah.
like so I'm very blessed to say that, like,
Mhm.
I had friends who had cool parents. Actually, there's this one chick I was friends with in elementary school whose dad always took us to Blockbuster
Mhm.
and, like, let us pick out whatever movies we wanted to watch, but then he would just, like, go through and start, like, renting out, like, the super famous like, popular movies at the time,
Mhm.
but, like, with abandon, like, never really looked at the titles. Come to find out, he was pirating he was pirating the movies from Blockbuster. I didn't realize that until we got a little bit older. We were still in elementary school, but, like, got
Mhm.
older in there, and finally we both asked him, like, "Why the fuck do you keep, like, renting these movies, but you
Mhm.
don't physically watch them?" And he's
Mhm.
like, "No, I do, but not in the way you think." And it was because he literally would, like, rip DVDs onto his own blank DVD, and I was like, "Wow,
That's wow, okay.
so you just don't give a fuck, huh?" Um, I think though, my attitude towards sleepovers might change when they're in their later high school years, because
No, not for me. I
I
feel like
think
that's when it's help me ramp up.
it would be
If
definitely a case by case basis.
Mhm.
Like, everything leading up to high school, immediate no. You guys can sleep at my house or it's not happening.
Yeah.
When they're, like, junior, senior, though,
Okay.
I feel like I might loosen the reins on that, but not every time.
No.
It'll be a special privilege type deal.
Yeah, you know what? I have to agree on that. But I still need to know their parents. I
Oh,
need
yeah.
to know who's living in the house.
I need
Like,
I need to know who all gonna be there.
exactly. I need the full rundown. I will be the FBI and the CIA
Yeah.
all combined.
Everyone's getting an air tag stapled to them, like
Everyone's getting fingerprinted, background checked.
yeah.
Um, then in that case, speaking of high school, when the kiddos, the gremlins start dating, what will be your rules?
No closed doors.
Well, yes.
C
Matter of fact, stay in the living room. What are you going upstairs for?
see, here's the thing. The way that I will approach my kids as they get older in terms of,
Mhm.
like, rules and things, including dating, but, like, also going to parties, going out, whatever, is ideally the relationship I have with my kids by the time that they are
They're
that
open and
age
honest.
is that they're extremely honest with me because I'm extremely
Mhm.
honest with them. I will never lie to my kids. Even if the answer isn't something that they like, I will never lie to my kids. I will never white lie to my kids.
Mhm.
Like, I will not be demanding honesty from them while
Mhm.
not also being honest myself.
Mhm.
Um, So I will have, to them, firm
Mhm.
rules, but to me, I know that they're flexible.
Mhm. Yes.
But they're
Yeah.
not gonna know that the rules are flexible because
No, you can't let them know that.
I show it. So,
Yeah.
like, my thing is, like, every time you leave the house, your phone needs to have the location on.
Mhm.
Every time you leave the house,
Yeah.
no matter what time you leave my house.
Mhm.
With that being said, I know my teenage kids are
Yeah.
going to be the most teenagers that ever teenaged.
Mhm.
I was that way too. I was, and, like, I've told my mom about these things, so, like, none of this is gonna be new information when she watches the podcast.
Mhm.
But if she had any fucking idea what type of time I was on in high school, her hair would be white. Like, the drugs I was doing, the people I was hanging out with. I used to hang out in trap houses. Like,
Girl.
I would sit there and I'd look her dead in her face and I'd be like, "I'm going to Jazz's house." And then I'd leave my phone at Jazz's house. The amount of times that I've been put in a precarious situation that, God forbid,
Mhm.
I didn't need my phone
Mhm.
and I couldn't have called for help if I needed it. So, like, when it comes to boyfriends, parties, whatever, significant others, teenagers being teenagers, the one big rule is that your phone always needs to be on you. Like,
Yes.
no matter what,
Station on.
like, it needs to be on and it needs to be on you.
Mhm.
In terms of dating, my kids will get the sex talk probably several times, and it'll change
Yeah.
based on age appropriateness. Um, because I think what I do like that public schools have started doing, especially with sex talks, is that
Mhm.
they start very young with very thinly veiled concepts of consent,
Mhm.
um, and then kind of ramp up to, like, reproductive health.
It's like that, like in the New York public school system, there is like it's mostly surrounding like HIV awareness week, but
Mhm.
it's K through 12. But
Yeah.
it goes through like, okay, what is consent? What are the protections that you have as a minor? What are resources that are free in your community that you can depend on? How do you have productive and open and honest conversations with partners about things. But it's like
Mhm.
you said, it starts off in kindergarten with
Yeah.
every single year. It's an entire week of this, but also like having those conversations at home. But like you said, starting off very general and then just kind of, you know, as time goes on, as they
Yeah.
get there. Yeah.
I think my biggest hope is that I live in a very positive in any way type of house with Tyler and our kids, like a sex positive house and,
Mhm.
like, a reproductive rights positive house
Mhm.
and, like, a queer positive house and,
Mhm.
like, a trans positive house because, like, I don't know what it's like to question my gender identity. So if my kid comes out to me as trans, it's gonna be a real easy, "Okay, T,
Right.
what do you wanna do about it?" Like,
Right.
what
And what
what
do you mean?
like, what's the next steps here?
Yeah.
What do you want? What do you want from me? Do you wanna just, like, keep vibing as you are? Should we start going through, like, the various channels when needs to transition? Let me know, we'll be there for you. It is what it is.
Mhm.
Um, the one thing that my mom had with me, specifically surrounding boys and, like, having sex, was if I felt like I was ready, I was ready. It is what it is.
Mhm.
However, if I can't go buy my own condoms, I'm probably not as ready as I think I am.
Mhm.
She was like, "I'll buy them for you for the first time, but that should tell you perhaps you're not
Mhm.
ready and mature
Mhm.
enough to do what you think you wanna do."
Mhm.
Sure as shit, my mother never bought me a pack of condoms, but
Mhm.
I definitely bought my own. That's how I knew I was ready because I walked into
Period.
Walgreens. I
You
walked
said
into Walgreens and I was like, "Give them to me. I have something to do." My
I
kids will not
think
be fucking in my house while I'm in there, though. That will send me to the fucking
no,
that will send me to the
absolutely not.
moon. I would be furious.
No.
I'd be like, "How goddamn disrespectful."
Mm-mm.
Be?" So it
I
will be an
think
open door policy. You are not to be in
well,
bed together.
For me, I mean, I didn't have a social life until I was truly like a junior, senior in high school. Like I was very quiet. I was very shy. I went to school, went home, went to media club, sat in the computer lab, went to art, and I went home. Um, so it wasn't until like late junior year, definitely my senior year. I feel like that was my most fun year of high school because I felt like I did have like a friend group and I was going to parties and going to homecoming stuff. Um, but I want my kids to have like space to be themselves, but also know that them doors need to be open.
Hmm.
Know that there will be no canoodling or skedaddling to a secondary location without me knowing. Have that phone on, have that location on. And then honestly, my thing is to just like check in. Like, even if, say, they're like seniors in high school, juniors in high school, or whatever, and they're staying out a little later than they usually would. Hey, mom, this, and that is going on. I may be late. Okay. But I want them to also have low key have that fear instilled in them of like, I need to call. I need to go home. I'm not gonna be mad. Grandma not mad. Grandma not disappointed. I just want you to check in with me. That
Yeah.
is all. Um, but also just being like open and honest and like making sure that there's a space that's actually culti- cultivated to be such and not just me saying, oh, this is the safe space and it's not.
Yeah.
Like, let's all bring everything to the table. Let's all be honest with ourselves. If I'm gonna expect you to do something, my actions will reflect that. I don't want it to be like I'm the parent, so I said so. Like, no, if I want you to be accountable, I'm gonna be accountable. If I want you to be honest, I'm gonna be honest. Like it's a two-way street. Let's lead by example. Like I want you to do these things, so I'm going to do these things too. Um, yeah. And then after that, I mean, I'm just very curious what our kids will be like. I think about that sometimes. I'm like, what pieces of my personality are they are
Right.
they gonna inherit? Because I'm
Look,
like, ooh,
as much as I would love a mini me, there's definitely certain aspects of my lore, of my history that I hope to God my kids don't go through and
yeah.
like don't develop. Like a lot of my, not to be deep and introspective, but a lot of my personality came from my teenage years of risky behavior.
Mhm.
And like a lot of the humor I had to develop came
Mhm.
from like a lot of teenage and tween age insecurities.
Mhm.
So it's like the way that I was able, cause I've always been, look, I'm not skinny. I know that those of you who watch on YouTube only see me from the shoulders down, but
Snatch.
please know there are layers.
Girl.
There are layers. And that's fine. I like how I look, and anything that I don't like, if I can change it holistically and naturally, I will. It is what it is. I'm about lifestyle changes. I'm on one
Mhm.
currently. However, I am not by any means body type wise conventionally en vogue right now, especially because like heroin chic is super in right now. Um,
Crazy.
but I was a fat ass kid. Like I was a big boned bitch like when I was younger. And so the way that like I found I could get like any type of evidence that somebody was interested in me was it was always because I was funny. So I had to develop a sense of humor because if I wasn't funny, then in my mind I was like, I'm too fat for anyone to like me, so I have to be funny. Come to turn out, I can be fat and funny and people still want me. So, but you don't
People.
realize when you don't realize that when you're 13,
Yeah.
14, 15 years old.
Yeah.
Um, and like the way that like I move through life with like having
Mhm.
really good discernment, I hope my kids pick that up because like I
Mhm.
teach them well, not because they're in fucking trap houses and like
Mhm.
hanging out with drug dealers when you're fucking 16 and 17 years old. And like,
Mm,
I really hope that a lot of the things that I had to learn when I was younger, they're good lessons, generally speaking, but how I learned those lessons, I don't want my kids to experience.
mhm,
So it's like, I hope that parts of my personality do rub off on my kids, but I don't want that to rub off in the same way that like I developed certain things.
mhm.
I just want them to be happy and feel smart and
Same,
feel
yeah,
comfortable.
yeah.
Like, I want my kids to, like, wake up every day knowing they have a good head on their shoulders.
Mhm.
Not because somebody told them they did, but
They
because
just have the innate confidence that they do.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that's also why, like, I one thing I will absolutely never do is no matter how mad I am at my kids, I'm never gonna say, "This is my house, so these are my rules."
No.
I
I feel like that's the quickest way for them to be like, "Imma just go this way."
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
want my kids feeling like they lack ownership or affordances
Mhm,
to be in the space that they're living in. I don't want
mhm,
them to ever feel like it's temporary
mhm,
or that, like, it's not our house as a family,
mhm,
it's mine,
mhm,
and they just live here sometimes.
mhm.
Um, because I think, like, families are micro communities.
Very much so.
And so, like, just like I wouldn't go out in the queer community and be like, "This is my community."
Mhm,
First of all. But second of all, like, that's crazy. Like, to take
mhm,
ownership of a community space is kind of insane. Um, like, I above all, I really want my kids to feel like they can just, like, come to me about anything.
mhm,
The best part of my relationship with my mom, as we're both adults now,
mhm.
which we didn't even have like, we've always been besties because I was her firstborn, but, like, the type of relationship we have now was not at all the kind that we would have had 10 years ago because I was a
Mhm,
kid.
mhm,
I was 18 10 years ago, but I was still a
mhm,
fucking kid.
mhm,
Like, she was still mom and I was still
mhm,
child. Now we're equals in
mhm,
the grand scheme of things.
mhm.
But, like, but a lot of that was because I feared my mom's reactions to things,
Yeah,
but not in the way that, like, kids should fear their parents'
yeah.
reactions to things. But I also like, justifiably, I definitely should have feared my mom's reactions to some of the things I was doing. 'Cause if I
Mhm.
had come home my junior year of high school and told her, "Hey, sorry I'm late, I was smoking weed in the crack house," like, she probably would've been like, "You were what the fuck?
You were doing what, where?
You were doing what, where, with who?
Right.
I thought you said that you and Jazz were at Steak and Shake. How the fuck did you end up"
I thought you were at TGR Fridays.
like,
What do you mean?
last I heard, you were supposed to be at a bonfire in your appropriately aged friend's backyard. What do you mean you were hanging out with 25, 26, and 27-year-olds in a
Mhm.
in a house where there's no doors leading to the rooms because everyone got a little too methed out and took them off their hinges?
Right.
That
Girl,
last one didn't happen, but, like, could you imagine?
girl, what a time. Um, yeah. I think for me, I want them to, like hopefully it's not my height. Ah,
God damn it.
oh my god. Um, the ability to just, like, clock people's like, yes, discern, but when somebody's saying something crazy, I want them to develop the, like, "So did I was I the only one that heard that or what?"
Y'all saw that?
Like, don't fall for the okey doke. I don't want my kids to be gullible. I feel
Mm-mm.
like I've led life with a healthy amount of suspicion
Yeah.
that has saved me many times, and I would like them to do the same. Like, you don't have me. You don't have me with that. That sounds a little crazy." Um, yeah. So I think that would be the quality that I'd want them to pick up, but also same, like, I feel like everything else has been a product of, like, trauma or having to learn the hard way. So,
Yeah.
like, I don't want them to have to go through that. It's like,
I love
I've
yeah.
ran so you can walk. Um, yeah, in that case.
Like, I learned the lesson for you. You do not have to
Exactly,
learn the lesson the same way. I promise it's never
exactly.
worth it in the end. One thing I definitely will be doing is, I won't be checking phones, won't be checking, like, internet history, but I will be asking lots of questions about the people that they hang out with.
Yeah. Well, yes. Matter of fact, I wanna meet all of them. Invite them over.
Yeah. Well, because what the fuck was I doing messing with a 25-year-old man when I was 17?
That is wild. That is
Yeah.
wild.
In my defense, I was initially told he was 21.
Girl, even but you know what? That was
It's
then.
all bad. It's all bad at the end of the day.
That was then, this is now. We've learned. Yeah. No, invite them over. I have questions.
Yeah. Invite your friends. Your friends will be like, I'm not doing this little pull up on the curb, jump in the car. Like your friends,
No.
you're
Like,
gonna
come to
park.
the door.
You're gonna park.
Yeah.
You're gonna come inside, take your shoes off, say hi,
Yeah.
grab a
Matter of fact, here,
beverage,
sit down and have a pop or
grab
something.
a
Have a little
like
snack before you leave.
come have a sparkling water with.
It's
Come have a sparkling water with me before I go have a cigarette and stress
right.
the fuck y'all are doing in the car.
Like, the child is getting ready. You come sit down, and have a snack. Tell me about school. What are you all about to get into? Who's all gonna be there? Where
Yeah.
were you going before you got here? Like, it'll be a full interrogation, politely, lovingly,
What
but
is your okay, what is your approach to your kids utilizing substances? Like drinking, smoking weed, smoking cigarettes, vaping, etcetera?
well, I given certain circumstances, I will be very, like, "What do you have a vape for?" Like, "You know what? I'm gonna save a TikTok now on my phone, so however many years from now, you know that lady with the smoker's voice on TikTok?
Mhm.
I'm gonna be like, 'You're gonna sound like this if you keep doing that.'" And hopefully that horrifies them enough to not wanna do it,
They're
but
gonna
I know they're gonna try it because teenagers are teenagers. But it's like, "Alright, you're making this choice, let's think about the long-term consequences. Like, you did it, it's done, you tried it. Was it satisfactory?"
yeah,
Like, but I also don't wanna come at them like, I'm not gonna yell at you. I'm also not a yeller, period. But it's like, "Alright, so you did it, what'd you get from it?
right.
Was it what we thought it would be? Okay, well, here's the consequences of doing that long term." As far as drinking, see, I love to take a sip of my grandparents' wine every now and again. So, I'm like, "Hey, we're at dinner, not as a child, but, like, actually, you know what? Let me not let me not sit there. But I don't see any harm in a sip.
Yeah,
But if you're coming home stumbling, I smell alcohol in your breath, it's like, "Bro, what are you doing?" Like,
yeah,
what? Again, what did you get from it?
right.
What's going on? What are we doing? And who gave it to you?
Where did you get that?
But I think I would turn it more so into a discussion rather than me yelling at them. I would more so interrogate and yell at whoever gave it to them. Um, I don't know if I have, like, if I've thought about, like, an approach to either, like, talking to them about it, telling them about it, because I feel like it's also so ingrained in media and it's not gonna stop anytime soon, so I'm sure they would know it roughly what some things are. Like,
Mhm.
I'm positive they'll know what alcohol is. I'm positive they'll probably know what weed is.
Yeah, with
Um,
our friends.
right. Like, you're gonna know what those are. But when
Yeah.
it comes to other stuff, like, my thing even now is just like you do these things and then feel terrible after. Like, what's that would just be my stance. You don't
Yeah.
feel like crap? That's crazy. You really wanna do that? I don't think you should. Not under my roof. And if you find yourself, in need, say someone has sprinkled something in their, um, drink or they tried it and it went bad, call me
Mhm.
and call 911. Someone call 911, someone call me. Um, and I will be there. But I don't know, I'd have to think about that a little more.
I
What
think
what would your approach be?
so in terms of anything under 18, I want
Mhm.
them to have that healthy dose of fear where it's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
oh no, oh no, we can't come home drunk and hide because mom will know."
Mhm.
However, that will be one of my flex rules. Because here's the thing, these kids are
Mhm.
gonna do whatever the fuck they want regardless.
Exactly.
Like, there's no amount of grandstanding I can do that's gonna make especially, especially with the type of people Tyler and I are, with our social lives, with our friends, with our
Mhm.
groups of people. I mean, dude, the circle of people that Tyler and I have around us,
Mhm.
very responsible with their substance use,
Mhm.
to be clear. But it would be really stupid of me to think that, like, my 16-year-old, my 17-year-old isn't gonna go to my bar cart and, like, take a couple sips and, like
Yeah.
or, like, pour some bullshit in a goddamn water bottle and, like, slip away into the night. Like, I'm not
Right.
dumb. Um, that being said, I think once 18 hits, I'm gonna have European rules in my house, I fear. I know. And
Mm,
my thing, though, is I will not supply it. I will not be buying
no,
my 18-year-old, like,
no,
Pink Whitney, okay?
absolutely not.
Um I think my rule at 18 is if I find it, I keep it, it's mine.
Yeah.
So don't let me find it. That being said, in terms of like nicotine-based products, I simply, unfortunately, I don't have a leg to stand on. Um, I really don't. I'm
Mhm.
never gonna fully quit smoking cigarettes. I know, crucify me. I'm never gonna fully quit smoking cigarettes. Granted, I only smoke them when I'm drinking now. There's just something that like is so magical about a fucking Newport 100 after 2 beers. Like, I'm sorry. It's never gonna go away. I'm addicted to vaping. How many episodes have we filmed that I've been sitting here going, like, "I need nicotine patches to go to work." I'm aware of this. I know this about myself.
Period. I didn't even think about that.
Oh, girl, I thought about that a couple weeks ago. I'm gonna have to make a stop at Walgreens. But I think if my kids decide to start smoking cigarettes, I will have the same
Mhm.
conversation that my mom had with me.
Mhm.
Where she was like, "After I started smoking at XYZ age,
Mhm.
now that I'm this age, here are the health effects that I personally am dealing with
Mhm.
as a result of that." And it'll be the same thing that I will say to my kids, where it's like,
Mhm.
I started smoking cigarettes heavily when I was in high school. Now I'm whatever the fuck age, and here are
Mhm.
now the effects that it has on my lungs and my vascular system because
Mhm.
I've been smoking for X amount of years.
Mhm.
Now if you wanna deal with that, you deal with that. Go crazy.
Mhm.
It's your body, it's you what you wanna do with it. But
Mhm.
be aware that
This is a consequence of doing that, though.
yeah, dude, I mean, fuck, when my mom had that conversation with me the first time, I was like, "Whatever, I can quit whenever I want."
Right.
Let me be honest with you about something.
Yeah.
And I also thought, "Oh, I'm built different. I'm not gonna have these, like,
Mhm.
health effects from smoking cigarettes." Girl, walking upstairs, no matter how in shape I am, is hard. Like, no, like, it doesn't fucking matter. I'm averaging 10,000 steps a day, and those stairs
Mhm.
hit me every time
Mhm.
because I've been smoking cigarettes for the better part of 2 decades now. Like,
Girl.
and so it's like, just I'm gonna be so clear, and you know what? If my kids wanna fucking drive, I guess if this is how you choose to spend your time, I've given you so many other like fun
Outlet.
times.
Right.
But you know what? You want to go drink these like warm room temperature red solo cup ass beverages. Like, be my guest, don't drive. Like,
Right.
and that'll really be the crux of that conversation.
Yeah, do not get behind a wheel, and don't let any of your friends get behind a wheel.
That like literally if you go to a house party and your DD decided to drink or you were supposed to be the DD and you decided to drink, do
Mhm.
not let me find out you got behind the wheel of that fucking car. That
Mhm.
I think is the only
Now, in that case, it's a wrap. That will unleash the wrath.
I think that is the only time I will ever yell at my kids.
Mhm.
And like same shit for if they're smoking weed and get behind the wheel of the car.
Mhm.
There are so many times, not to incriminate myself, but there are so many times that when I was in high school, I would go get stupid high. Like, I would be facing multiple blunts back to back to back, and then, like,
Mhm.
doing bong rips, and then I'd be like, "Oh, I have to go home now," and I'd get behind the car with, like, one and a half eye open, if that, and I'd be sitting there, and granted, wherever I was never any more than, like, 5, 10 minutes away from my mom's house, but, like,
Mhm.
I could have, like, really hurt somebody,
Yeah.
and I don't think people think about that,
Mm-mm.
especially when it comes to smoking weed, because they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, well, it's not the same as alcohol." It doesn't fucking matter.
It doesn't
You're
matter, you're still
impaired.
impaired. Yeah.
Um, so very much it's gonna be a don't let me find out you've done a mind altering substance and then got behind the wheel of a car, or I will beat on you like nobody's business. Because what the fuck is wrong with you? My sister
Mhm.
has gone to school with people who are serving manslaughter charges because they got in car accidents.
Wow, and especially in high school,
Yeah.
that's wild.
One of her friends from that group that she used to hang out with, she doesn't hang out with them anymore because it was just like a lot of unnecessary shit all the time.
Mhm.
Love my sister. Sometimes she's not the quickest to shit, but the one thing she is really quick to is when people are playing in her face.
Mhm.
You can't. She will
Mhm.
show you her face again.
Mhm.
But yeah, there was this kid that she was a part of this friend group who hit and ran and killed somebody in the process. And I, as a person who's naturally very maternal and naturally very protective, the one
Mhm.
thing you can't protect your kids from is their emotions.
Yeah.
And I cannot say that I can protect my kid from guilt
Mhm.
of making a dumb decision before their
Mhm.
brain has even kind of finished baking,
Mhm.
and it results in that. So that will definitely be my one hard and fast rule is like be smart with it. I think
Mhm.
though that's a conversation I would have after I found out.
Yeah.
I would have to just assume that my kids are being like God-fearing Christians or some bullshit until I find out otherwise. Which is funny because they will not be raised religious at all.
But you're like, "Godspeed. Good luck. Let's
Dude,
hope."
like,
Amen.
y'all better feel the passion of Christ coursing through you as far as I'm concerned.
Pulsing through those veins in
It's
your heart and in your mind. Um, well, y'all, I mean, do we have a diva detention for this week?
I'm not even plugged for real. I can't even lie.
Me either. I mean, you know, good vibes, good vibes.
So I lied actually. I need the
Oh,
it's real
okay.
quick. It's a real quick.
Okay, let us have it.
I've been watching the World Cup. I don't know about you.
Yes.
Uh,
Okay, are you gonna talk about, what's that racist lady? Well, there's 2. The one in the crowd and then the one that's like a prime minister or something like that.
oh, I have not been
That
paying.
make those racist comments. Oh,
I do
yeah.
know about I don't know about the prime minister. I do know about the lady in the crowd. Of course, she's Argentinian.
Yeah, of course.
Dude, they're like spiritually Israeli and there's a bunch of Nazis in that country. Like I can't hang. Sorry. I hope if we have any Argentinian listeners that like you're either with us politically or if you don't like us then stop fucking listening. I don't know. My okay, these referees
Mhm.
get their shit, bro. Why the fuck? Were they calling some of the calls that they made and revoking Egypt's goals yesterday and that fucking Argentina v Egypt? Like, I know FIFA's rigged, okay? I'm not stupid.
I mean, you saw how they, revoked the red card because Trump
Yeah.
made that call. They
Well,
have no liability anymore.
now everybody wants their red cards revoked.
Right.
And it's like, dude, I just think it's all so shit. I think it's all a fuck ass mess. I'm mad as hell that all of my teams, all of my teams have been eliminated. Don't
Mhm.
really care that US got fucking dog walked by Belgium though. That was funny as hell.
Yeah.
That was a funny
Well,
game.
I mean, we still have Norway.
That's literally all I have.
Yeah.
All I have.
They're going against what, England sometime this week.
What day is it? Wednesday,
I will
Thursday,
check while you are doing
Saturday.
your
It's on the
okay.
11th. It is on the 11th, and I need my original man, descendant from the cave people,
Yes.
to lock the fuck in and
Come
start.
on, Holland, the OG human.
I need him to start dog walking these Brits because I'm not about to play these people.
The way he walks onto the field and I just hear, like, I don't know, like, bone chimes and, like, grunts whenever I see him.
Bruh. I love him so bad. He's got a weird looking face, but I love him deeply.
I saw this girl on TikTok was talking about him, and she was like, "I thought he was so ugly." Mind you, for context, this is a Black woman talking about him. She's like, "I thought he was so ugly. Like, I just did not think he was attractive." And she goes, "But then I looked at him and I was like, he's not ugly. I've just never seen those facial features put together in that way, in that shade." And I said, "See." But in that way, in that shade took me out because she's completely right. And someone in the comments gave him cornrows and made him about 6 shades darker, and it made sense. And everyone was like, "See, when
I
you
hate dude,
see."
I hate to say it, but I get it, dude. Like, the first time I saw that man, I was like, "That is the ugliest person I've ever seen in my life."
Yeah,
Like, that is like but he kinda grows on you.
he does. I think it's just he's so, like, "Ugh," like, "Ball, eat," like like, that's just, like, what he immediately, because he's just, like, he's so aggressive, and then he's also, like, tall, and then he's bouncing the soccer ball off people's faces and making goals. Like, it's just a lot going on. So you're like, "What is going on here?"
Girl, I saw a TikTok comment yesterday that said, I feel like his coaches keep him in a cage until it's time until it's time to play the game."
He was literally skipping back and forth for 10 minutes before the game instead of warming up. Everybody was like, "Is this just his stem time? Like,
Dude,
what is going on?"
I'm so fascinated by him. There's a video that I keep seeing of him, like, eating next to a mirror that he doesn't
He was
realize
like,
he's sitting next to, and he goes, dude, he's a global treasure.
he really is. God bless.
God bless him. But yeah, these FIFA referees need to, like, lock
Mhm.
in because I'm about to book a flight and start beating on people because what Argentina should have lost so many times. Like, that Cape Verde game, blow me.
Mhm.
That Egypt game, blow me. Like,
Mhm.
it's all just some bullshit. I also need England to take this L on Saturday. Otherwise, I'm holding the entire royal family hostage. I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of this shit.
Yeah.
Like, well, and then some of the calls that were being made in their game versus Mexico had me hot. I was making dinner. Tyler can attest to this.
Mhm.
I was screaming
Mhm.
at my TV.
Mhm.
I think I'm like the most closeted sports fan known to man. I do not radiate lover of sport.
Mhm.
It happened shortly after I turned 25, and I've kept it close to the chest.
You know what? Same. But that's me with, like, tennis.
I have
I
not
love soccer
gotten
too.
I haven't gotten into tennis. I'm a
But
big I only watch soccer during World Cup season.
yeah.
Because frankly, I think there's so many other things I could spend my time doing than watching, like, US teams play soccer.
Yeah,
Um,
even though
that
they're not bad,
they're not bad.
they are enjoyable.
They're not the worst thing, but,
I'll
like,
catch it every now and again.
I love watching the Cubs games. Sorry. I love watching the Bears.
Mhm,
I
yes.
really don't super care about basketball that much because all those men cheat on their girlfriends, and I just can't support that.
I
Um,
watch the WNBA though.
oh, I love the WNBA.
Yeah.
Dude, they keep beating on Caitlin Clark. I feel so bad for that little white girl. Like, she just wants to hoop.
Oh my god.
I do love watching hockey, though.
Yeah, the boy aquarium. I
Hockey
like
was
the
my
fights.
first hockey was my first love. When the Blackhawks were on their little dynasty run, that's when I got
Mhm.
into that. And oh my god, those are the sexiest damn man I've ever seen in my life.
And they knock each other's teeth out left and right.
I've never seen men with missing teeth look so fine. Because if you put them in any other circumstance,
It would be a chop.
dude, it's all these white men with mullets and missing teeth.
Br See, the context change, and all of a sudden, it's like 10 out of 10,
Yeah.
A
Like,
plus.
if I were to see, it's really fucked up too. It's so fucked up too because if I saw a man on the street that was missing teeth and had a mullet, I'd be disgusted. The
Right.
second they put on their
If it's on a
uniform, though,
hockey jersey,
I'm like,
yeah.
"Come here. Come here."
Crazy too, because then when they're out of the rink or off the ice, however you wanna put it, and they put their little denture or something in to fill in their missing teeth, I'm like, "See, if I
Yeah.
encountered that in the wild, I'd be like, 'Hold on now. What are we doing here? Dentures.'"
Imagine being on a date. He
Like,
takes out his
"Oh,
fucking tooth.
asking the bartender for an extra cup.
Can I
He
have
puts the little foamy tablet in there. He's like, "Hold on."
Oh my sweet.
Anyways,
You know, if he looked okay in the face with his lips closed, though, I think I might be okay with it.
yeah, but then they'd always be talking, and you'd always see, like it would be an extra breeze, you know?
Yeah. However, if they're a hockey player, I'll let it slide.
Well,
I
all is well if they're I love when there's something that gets me about when they're about to fight, and they take their gloves off, and they slap them down on the ice, and they're just like, I don't know. I'm just like, "Oh," all of a
Oh,
sudden, the plot thickens.
have you watched baseball players fight each other?
No.
Oh my god, it's the funniest fucking thing. I think it's
Are they windmilling on the on pitch?
there's, like so because I am a baseball fan, occasionally my TikTok will give me baseball fighting compilations. And it's almost always when a pitcher, either accidentally or on purpose,
Mhm.
whips the ball and it hits, like, the batter. And
Uh-huh.
so they, like, rip their hard helmet off and they slam their thing down, but then the pitcher really quickly has to, like, rip their hat off and their glove off. And then the entire bench will, like, run out and, like, dude, they jump each other.
It's kinda given I Don't Dance from High School Musical.
There's, like, a level of homoeroticism in it that I really I'll send
Now
you
I need to,
I'll send you
like
some videos, girl. I got you.
now I need to see that.
I'll send you some videos, don't you worry about it.
Thanks, girl.
They're my favorite films.
I well, with that, um, that has been our episode. There is a line developing outside of the stall. It's kinda going outside the bathroom at this point, it's getting a little popular over here.
Yeah.
We're getting a little bit of a pickup, some reservations for the 3rd stall lobotomies. Don't
Yeah.
forget to wash your hands. Go ahead and visit us every Thursday on whatever platform tickles your fancy, Spotify, Apple, Audible, Amazon Music, iHeart, Riverside Podcasts. We're pretty much everywhere. Tell a friend about us and tell that friend to tell a friend.
Mhm.
Um, Follow us on social media, Instagram, TikTok. Follow us individually on social media on Instagram and TikTok. Our lovely host Kyra has a book talk
I do.
that you all should very much follow.
Get literate.
Um, yes. So make sure you look at the description box for all of those things. Wash your hands, dry them off, and get out. We'll see you next week.
Bye.